The very diverse peoples of the Rainbow Nation would love to welcome you to our country in 2015. South Africa is a whole world in one country. It is a country that has made remarkably great strides in recent years. It is a country in which education and the establishment of a broad reading culture, and thus libraries, have a crucial role to play in enhancing literacy rates and the quality of life of all its peoples, of all 11 language groups. And it is here, at the southern tip of Africa, where the next IFLA Conference will be held, in Cape Town, the mother city, where one of the 3 campuses of the South African National Library is located. And of course, enticing sand beaches, scores of interesting museums, glorious flora and spectacular mountains. Furthermore, you will be right in the heart of South African wine country, which yields wonderful wines and is, surprising to many, the second oldest wine industry in the world. But more about Cape Town later. Let's first move to the north to Gauteng province and the OR Tambo Airport in Johannesburg, where many of our visitors first enter the country. You will find this land to be as colourful as the floor tiles in the welcoming arrivals hall at the airport. Johannesburg, the economic hub of South Africa, is a vast metropolis with almost 10 million people and is the most populous city in the world not located on a major body of water. It is the city of gold, built on mineral wealth, and there is lots to do and see. You can visit the Apartheid Museum, the South African Military Museum, get a muddy kiss at the Elephant Sanctuary, enjoy all kinds of aerial and water sport at Hartbeespoort Dam, visit Constitution Hill, the cradle of humankind, which is a UNESCO heritage site, and the Lion Park. You can experience Soweto, see the Hector Peterson Museum, visit Nelson Mandela's home, and soak up the ambiance of this township. You can go to Gold Reef City and Monte Cassino. Far too many attractions to mention. The city also bustles with theatres, art galleries and restaurants. If shopping is your thing, this city will delight you, with shops ranging from huge centres like Nelson Mandela Square to street markets. If your time in Gauteng province will be limited, you may want to go straight from the airport via the Gautrain, a speedy ride on Africa's first world-class modern rapid rail and bus service, to Tshwane, the Jacaranda city, the administrative capital of the country. Here you will find the Union Buildings and many other attractions and museums, including Freedom Park and the Voortrekker Monument. Just a stone's throw from the Union Buildings, you will find another campus of the National Library. This modern glass and brick building reflects the dynamic future envisaged for the National Library of South Africa and the country as a whole. Steel-covered walkways and ramps lead users from street level towards the entrance piazza, and these walkways are also used for public exhibition and street art forms. The building provides approximately 1,800 seats for library users in large double-volume reading rooms, one for general study and another for specialist research. These rooms are equipped with state-of-the-art computers to access online resources. And passers-by on the street are able to see into these reading rooms in places, exhibiting the use of a library to the public and thus encouraging new users to step inside. The Tshwane campus auditorium can seat 300. A variety of events are hosted on a regular basis, such as book launches, public lecture series, South African Library Week activities, government events, and international conferences and symposia. The auditorium makes provision for the physically challenged. The three campuses of the National Library constitute a treasure house of Afrikaner and other items which reflect the indigenous and colonial history of the country. The National Library of South Africa in Cape Town and Tshwane offers a number of specialized services to the general public, researchers, students, and to the Library and Information Services, the LIS sector. The Digitization Service is a new initiative in line with international best practice. Furthermore, a mass deacidification facility was built as part of the new National Library in Tshwane. Material treated with this facility will last for another 150 years. The National Library's conservation and book repair workshops are housed in this fine Edwardian building, which also houses the Centre for the Book, a specialist unit of the National Library that provides key information about the book world to all stakeholders. The Centre for the Book is beautifully situated across from the historic and charming Company Gardens, where you will also find the presidential residence in Cape Town, which is the country's legislative capital. The National Gallery is a short distance from Tuinhuis, and a pleasant stroll through the Company Gardens will get you to the National Library Cape Town campus, on the edge of the garden, right next to the Parliament building. And now for a closer look at the rest of Cape Town. It is one of the most beautiful cities in the world and is South Africa's second biggest and oldest city, founded in 1652. This city, with its iconic Table Mountain, has it all. From cigar, whiskey and wine bars to entertaining and thought-provoking theatre, as well as a great variation of excellent restaurants, and even its own castle. The city boasts one of the most famous botanical gardens in the world, Kirstenbosch, and its natural beauty is legendary. The mountain offers a myriad of enchanting walks, a challenge for climbers, but also a cable car to the top. And then, of course, there is the ocean and the beach and all the delights these offer. Cape Town is a mecca of creativity and design and is crammed with more than 100 art galleries, great urban design and informal street art. It is one of the top tourist destination cities of the world and a fascinating cultural melting pot. South Africa's colonial history began when the Dutch arrived, and over the centuries, French, British, German and Portuguese settlers, Indian and Malay slaves, and the country's indigenous peoples went into the mix, making for a vibrant cosmopolitan city with a fascinating array of cultures, languages, and architecture. In Cape Town, you will be right at two of South Africa's 8 World Heritage Sites, Robben Island and the Cape Floral region. Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned, has become a symbol of the triumph of democracy and freedom over oppression. The Cape Floral region, which is only 0.04% of the world's land area, contains an astonishing 3% of its plant species, making it one of the richest areas for plants in the world and one of the globe's 18 biodiversity hotspots. The conference venue is the International Convention Centre, Cape Town, perfectly positioned in the city's bustling foreshore, only a short distance from Table Mountain and with the thriving Victoria and Albert waterfront on its doorstep. The waterfront is a working harbour, the city's entertainment hotspot, as well as a premier shopping destination. Here, history and heritage fuse with modern convenience to provide a uniquely magical dockside experience. The International Convention Centre takes up approximately 6.1 hectares on the foreshore and is within easy reach of major hotels and the rest of the city centre. It has over 11,000 square meters of exhibition and trade show space, 2 high-tech auditoriums with seating for 1,600 delegates, and it hosted 537 events during 2013. The theme of the 2015 World Library and Information Congress is Dynamic Libraries: Access, Development and Transformation. The library and information sector needs to ensure that its service delivery is relevant to the real information needs of its clients. Since we service different worlds such as education, research, business and economic intelligence, adult education and leisure, children, entertainment, creativity, and political and developmental agendas, we need to explore what difference the LIS sector really makes to these different worlds. As South Africa, despite a highly westernized and developed economy, is a developing country itself, delegates to the 2015 Library and Information Congress will not only be able to explore the theme of the Congress in the convention venue, but will also be able to explore the settings that make this theme so important, firsthand and in person. Our libraries are like our country, representing a wide spectrum of diversity, from well-equipped high-tech establishments to the smallest, most basic libraries. The focus of public and community libraries countrywide has shifted from recreation and entertainment to becoming vital educational and development resources. The number of libraries and the standards of services rendered are steadily increasing.
The National Library of South Africa invites you to our mother city, the city of Cape Town. We will be hosting the 81st IFLA Congress, and we are, as you know, very good at hosting these kinds of congresses. We have done it in Durban in 2007. This one promises to be even better. If you have to fly anywhere at all in 2015, fly to Cape Town.